What the juck is up, everybody? Happy Inkwell note. I can't believe it. They actually released one. I was dooming. I had thought that this was going to be released on the 16th of April, and then it wasn't, and then it wasn't released on the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, then Classic ended, it wasn't released, and then the day after Classic it never released, and then 9th, it was like 9:28 a.m. Saturday morning for me, Friday for what GMS is the servers are located. And Ink was like, guys, here it is. All right, let's go over it and I'll give you my thoughts. Overall, it's hopeful. It's like this note has given me hope, which is probably the best thing about it. Because after the previous note, and especially with the 21st anniversary patch, like, jeez, that was a rough 21st anniversary patch. Hey, look, still good for training, but with no note, no rental gear, and no hyper burn, it's like the game. Yeah, let's just dive into it. Let's dive into it. All right, summer is coming. Yippee! First one is Errol is coming out, and we have the fancy ascent skill. This means that I will be making a Errol in Challenge World 3. Simple as that. Goodbye, Zero. I'm not choosing you to be my final Legion champion, or maybe in Challenge World 4. Who knows how I want to do my account. But at the very least, Errol will be the one I select. And I'm hoping it should be a lot of fun. This class, look, if it's anything like Saya, it's going to be busted. So, and look at these vibes. It's like I can LARP as Kaladin from Stormlight Archive. It's perfect. All right, and then Kinesis Remaster. Now this is it. The first big gripe is that this is in the second part of the update, which means you can't really make one for Challenger World. And then so if you do want to make it for Challenger World, you have to start a month later. I don't like that. They should have just made it. Like, I know that they understand, like, you want to like give Errol the spotlight, but not making Kinesis the same time, bad. But at least we get a hyper band. Like, this means that I may actually make this a Satanic Mule. We'll see how we go. Mystic Frontier Champions PvP event or an edition. This how good this is dependent on its rewards and how easy it is to actually get the cards. Because like I'm not gonna go farm in a different area just to get better cards for this, unless if the rewards are really good and make you want to do that. It's like shit. I don't feel like I'm obliged to actually go farm somewhere else. So need more information about this. We're gonna wait till July till we learn more. So we'll wait for that. All right, moving on to the next one. 3 new bosses. This is just what we see in KMS. I want to be able to learn Kai as soon as possible because he has some big boy drops. And it makes you want to get to like 280, 285 as soon as possible because of bonus damage and hard mode's 280. And also with Malefic Star, you can easily, like, if you can just dive in and start doing normal to hard, it's what, Kalos, Culling, Adversary, and now Malefic Star, you can get some crazy Eternals. And this is like, this is the bottleneck that I've hit where I have too many bosses to learn and I don't want to learn them. So I am just, like that rake meme. I'm just hitting myself in the head with a rake or whatever it is. But more bosses to learn, and I don't even need to bother about Jupiter. He's so far away from where I am right now that he's a pipe dream. But cool, more bosses, more content. This is interesting. This gives me vibes that it's going to be like an epic dungeon. Either epic dungeon or monster park. And we can consistently get solid fragments. Like it's weird. Like we'll talk about more when we get into it, but they're adding ways for us to get it. How much is enough? Like that is the issue. We'll talk more about this, but look, any new content that pushes us to get more stuff, perfect. New growth systems. This is just Hecate. May want to get Hecate on all my boss meals. It's a 4-second bind every 1 minute extra. Like it extends the normal burst, and then it makes the 1 minute burst also pretty good. So pretty good skill. As for the second half of the patch, we get the second Destiny Liberation, which is I'm not touching that for a long time, and we also get the Astra Secondary, which I'm curious how this is gonna interact with non-KMS secondaries. That's going to be a yikes if it does not function with it. Run or Die revamp. They actually are taking our feedback and doing something with it. Finally, it took 3 seasons. 3 seasons of Run or Die. 3 seasons. Hopefully, this is a lot better, and it'll also, if improved, it doesn't also take 3 seasons of it. So they've also stated that this is another source of getting frags. So fingers crossed. I'm with what they've said here. I'm getting like roguelite vibes from it, and that's pretty cool. Hope it's better than what we had. That's all that matters. Gear Dock. Can't believe they've named it like a worse name. But again, I won't be touching this content for a long time. Well, I shouldn't say that. It should be by the end of the year. It's like Crown has so much extra EXP. It's absurd how much we're getting. I'm curious just how fast. I think I heard in the grapevine that like 290 to 290, like every level in the 290s is like 1 month, just from pure dailies. You just get, I think you get so much EXP. And then we just got the Talahard event, Night of Phantasms. We get this is like Solida. No, this is like Janus, like a free like Janus for the event, which is kind of cool. And then we're getting confirmed Challenge World 3, Hyperburn Max, Outer Burning Plus, Beyond Burning, so it's like a free 270 bare minimum. And with all the how much you are juiced in Challenger World, like you can easily hit 285. And that's how far I'm planning to take the Aerial, at least 285 bare minimum, and we'll see what happens after that. All right, now we're moving on to some major improvements. The biggest one is these changes to Star Force, additional improvements to Star Force enhancement system. And they have 2 big things here. Players can choose to pay at once to enhance their equipment to 22 stars without the risk of destruction, or a system that allows players to adjust the success and destruction probabilities. This is insane. One of the most insane changes they've ever bringing to the game. As like, at face value, if it is what it is on here, then this is like, it completely fixes one of the biggest pain points in heroic servers, having to get dupes. If you only need like 1 item, and then with that item you can just send it to 22, fantastic. Now sure, 22 is no longer in game, it's now just it's basically mid game at this point. It's like, if you don't have 22 gear, it's like, what are you doing? And then once you have 22 gear, that's when you can start working on pushing it further to go beyond 23, 24, and 25. So I'm also curious if the adjust success and destruction probabilities, like, will that allow us to go beyond? Like, could you use that for 22 stars and higher, or 23 stars and higher? And then of course is the question is, how much is it? Like, how much would you pay? Like, how much is too expensive? Which is really weird. And what's curious as well is that we have, like, they're introducing this event, and how is this going to interact with all other Star Force things we have? Like, we have the pity system, star spec boxes, and all this stuff. We have the pitch, trace, restore missions. How is all that going to interact with this? Because if we can just, like, why would we even touch those, interact with those, when we can just use this new system where we can be like, cool, I'm going to pay a lump sum of money and just boom, no variance. So the question is, like, say something takes 10 bill on average to get to 22 star. How much extra would you pay to make a guarantee? Double it? Would you pay 20 bill instead of 10 bill? Does that mean that these are like events, like the Shunning Star Force event is something you do instead of having to pay extra meso? What happens when we get to a point where, because like eventually a meso just becomes unlimited. Like, you get so much every week from boss meals, and if you're training as well, you just get an absurd amount. But it's at a point where it's like, do we even need to interact with these systems? And speaking of starting Star Force event, we're getting them every 2 weeks, which is insane. Like, it's going to help prog so much better. And it's like, this is an entirely new meta we're entering. Because right now, we're still, I think we're all like, still geared that they're few and far between. So that we have to save as much money as possible, spend it all on a single day, and if we don't hit, we're done. That's it. And then after we spend it all, we just feel empty and sad. It was like this, and then we wait up a couple of weeks or months, farm up again, and it's a rinse and repeat cycle. Whereas with Star Force event, it is well, you have 2 weeks to get as much money as you can and go at it. But it doesn't matter if you miss that week because you can just go again in 2 weeks. Like you're never punished for spending on that event or not. Like you can decide. It's like, cool, I can't make it this day. It doesn't matter. I'm not behind. I'm not gapped. I can just get a bit more money and go again next week. So big change. And they're already starting doing this as well. Like last patch they had this every 2 weeks was a Star Force event. Basically this week, this patch cycle, we only have 2 events within the 8-week patch cycle. So it's like it's okay, but it is going to need to get a lot better. The only issue now, like this is probably the next biggest issue we have for the next like 7 weeks until this patch is, we don't know how good this is. So now it's like a coin toss. Do you save all your money until we know what this fully entails? Or do we use the upcoming Star Force events to get stronger? It's like it's risk versus reward. I personally may just gear up some mules because it's like I want to get them rolling as soon as possible. And at the end of the day, I'm only really giving up, what, 2 months of saving, so which is not really that long in the grand scheme of things. So it's something to think about. Moving on, we've got some. This is like they consider this a major improvement. Additionally, a 20% increase. Like it sounds like a massive increase. Like, oh my god, we get 20% more. But no, you're just getting 2 more boxes. And it's like, okay, whatever. Like this is something that I don't really pay attention to. It's just something that I just gather if I do. Not something I keep track of. So it's like whatever. And double the maximum point of boss mission recovery. I think right now the cap is 2.5k. Now it's 5k. There's more problems to this that they haven't really addressed, but cool that they're looking at it. Now this is a big one. I'm a little sad they don't actually tell us that why they didn't bring it back on the 25th. Like if we just had the same thing for the 21st anniversary, that'd have been great. But now I have to deal with more difficult bossing on my mules because I don't have this system for 7 weeks. But do glad that it is back. I am looking forward to when this does return. Makes things a much easier when my characters don't have raw flaws. And it's extending by 2 days. I get why they went for 2 days and not like 3, because you can use Maple points to get them again. And so you can do that up to like 3 times. First one's Mezzo, next 3 times are with Maple points, which equals up to 6 days. So it's like, okay, you can have rental gear for up to 6 days. I don't know why you would need that, but it is an option. So I see why they do 2 days. And it does give me some flexibility because I would usually boss on like a Thursday or Friday, but now I can just do it on like a Tuesday, Wednesday, and then also Thursday, or I can do it on Wednesday and then Thursday, Friday. So I can kind of like double up. I only have to pay once, so it's a slight improvement. I just wish they expanded upon it, added like maybe drop rate or meso drop rate, added like a badge to it. Like, can you imagine they add badges to this? Like, come on. Next thing, you have a great idea here. Let's flesh it out a bit more. All right, quality of life, familiar improvements. So glad that extraction and fusing unit managements are better and that the familiar sound control has been addressed. My main concern is this unlocked familiar slot status. With the familiar system, there are three different systems that use slots. It's like, which one is it? Because we have these ones here. These are slots. We have these ones here. I think these ones are actually called this. Like, we have these 3 slots, and then we have familiar badges, which can be kind of called slots as well. And it's like, which one are you doing? We have too many of these systems. So I am waiting with bated breath to decide which one it is. Okay, which one would I, if I could only choose one, what would it be? I'm not even sure. It's like, unlocking these on all characters is annoying. But if I had like, because I have legacy slots here on the Adele. I had 200 slots on every character. That's nice. Not like a huge quality of life, but it's like, it is something. But if all 3 were unlocked on all characters, like if badges just go across the entire account, that's pretty good. All right, we'll have to see what that actually means. And for the big one, the biggest thing about this is that they're aware of how difficult it is acquiring solo to fragments, particularly for multiple characters. That is like, this is probably the best part of the line. So, and they are starting with just the new content they're releasing for GMS, so Bright Eye and Althea Saga. They need to expand upon this. It needs to go a bit further beyond. Like the thing is, if they know that it's a challenge for multiple character progression, then why can't we transfer their account? Like, bigger, simple changes, allow them to drop from bosses, and allow us to transfer frags. Simple as that. It's just like, bingo bango, do that, done. But I am glad that they at least talk about it. Cash out and transfer. When I saw this, when I was scrolling down and I saw this, I got like, I could not believe that they're doing something like this. But then I read what they said, and when because I scrolled down a bit too far, and I saw cash out and transfer, I was like, oh my god, they're actually doing it. They're bringing it back. But no, they are just talking about making it a bit more frequent. And sure, it's a good thing. But like what this tells me is that the devs or whoever's in charge of decision making there, they agree that if they release Unified Cash Shop, they would lose so much money that it would probably mark the end of service for Maplestory GMS. That's kind of like the idea I get. And then it kind of like shines a spotlight on the fact that they're not investing in trying to find better ways to monetize the game. Like, they are sitting on a massive cash cow where they could easily add in damn anvils, familiar anvils, and familiar SSBs. Like, just that alone, boom, huge money. And there's like little to no like power, like pay for power at all. It's more just cosmetics, and that's it. Like, so with these future transfer events, at least like if it's bi-quarterly, 4 times a year, once a quarter. It means what? The one after June will happen in like the second week of September, and then the second week of December, and like the second or third week of March. At least we can kind of guess when they're coming. And it now gives me like ideas of like if I wanted to say move a VAC pet over, I can now. I wanted to like focus on a main for 3 months, but I don't like I have to commit. I can only train this character now for the next 3 months. It's still not as good. So it's a step in the right direction, but it is a small step. And then more DMTs like this. More DMTs. I need to have these at the start of a patch. Glad they're more frequent, and it's now we're having them 4 times a year. So I'm probably going to have one. And the next one probably will be in the crown update, and then it'll be what? Or June, September, December, then March. Yeah, they just need to be at the start of a patch. When we actually when we create a new character, we want to go for Meso drop gear. We want to like tier up an emblem and like whatnot. Like, honestly, it should just be active for an entire month of every patch. It's like that'd be just so much better. And they're increasing cube sales. They didn't actually state a time frame for this, and we can kind of like guess that we're doing this because we had that random one in March, and there should be one happening in I think there is one happening on like the 9th of May, and I am curious how frequent they will be. I'm curious what they'll do with that. Yeah, all good things. The more sales there are, the less FOMO and time gate there is. Honestly though, we need to get the automated cubing and star forcing before all this happens, because if we have much money we bring into these events, like you're doing this the entire day. It's like hours of just clicking. So the sooner we get that, the better. And then we have a random dub for regular worlds. And finally, a roadmap. We actually got a roadmap. Like, we got a roadmap. And this just confirms that Errol's first half, Kinesis the second half. And then we have Quality of Life update, which is a banger. And the biggest one here, of course, is the Jenny Pass. And this is, the way I see it, one of the things. So this is already immediately better than KMS's Challenger World. KMS Challenger World had it very difficult where they had only one mag growth pod. or 200 to 260, and it walled a lot of people getting to 260 as soon as possible to go into like the best, like going to like the actual mid game or start of early game, I should say. And it just walled people into like trying to get more ass. But with most likely GMS will release a premium goddess pass for Errol, and if they do, that combined with Hyperburn and Beyond Burning, like you're gonna be 270 day one. Like you're just gonna be 270 day one, which is just absolutely absurd. And it's just gonna propel and skyrocket your progress. That's gonna be a very jam-packed day. Like especially if the game goes live at like 6 hours before reset, and you have to be pretty tuned in to what content you want to do, what you want to complete, what needs to be done. If you want to do, God, oh no. The tech is probably get a 270, unlock Nightmare, not Nightmare Paradise, but Angler Company, use the 10k express pass on it, and then when weekly resets hit, boom, you just gotta steam me a 55 frags for $10. Oh no. That sounds like torture. All right, so that's about it. The reward was it's decent. We'll probably be using this on a Centennial. This will be used on the Ren as I train up. Already used these on the Shade. These were all like this was really good because I could choose a little bit of frags on each character. I just separated them across every character that I needed them on. I think the Dawn Warrior now has all 600 it needs to. I'm already getting things to level 1. And then finally, Mr. Cards. I wish I hit. All I got was fuck, I should show off what I got. So I didn't hit any boss, which was unfortunate. What I did hit though, let me see if you guys can see this. Omega drop. 210% drop rate. Holy moly. No, they don't stack. It takes the highest value, and I have 2 of these at 110 already. I also got Omega Heal. Where is it? There it is. 22% healing. Yippee. Thanks, Inkwell. Well, that'll do it. Thank you all for tuning in. I am hopeful about this patch and where they're taking the game. It's just a little sad that if we want to see substantial change in this game, yes, they do listen to us. Yes, they hear us. But expect change every 6 months, not every patch, which is a little disheartening, but hey, at least it comes. At least. All right, that'll do it for me. As always, thank you for watching and have a good day. Catch you all later.